welcome to E&, at GITEX Leading Digital Transformation, the Forbes podcast, where we speak with the leaders shaping the future of business, technology, and innovation across the region and the world. Today, we are joined by Hatem Dowidar, Group CEO of E&, who has been at the forefront of one of the most remarkable transformation journeys in the global telecom and technology landscape. Under his leadership, E& has evolved from a world-class telecom operator into a global technology group, redefining how connectivity, intelligence, and digital innovation create value for societies and economies. From expanding into new verticals like AI, cloud, fintech, and digital media, to forging strategic partnerships and driving sustainability at scale, the company continues to push the boundaries of what a technology group from the Middle East can achieve on the global stage. In this conversation, we'll explore the leadership, philosophy, and strategic decisions guiding this transformation, from the North Star KPI that drives E&'s progress to lessons learned in culture change, global expansion, and competing with tech giants while staying rooted in the region. Hatem, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Tell us, what is the single North Star KPI you're using to measure E&'s transformation?
I think we measure E&, transformation with the direct impact on our customers, the value that we bring to them. Whether these customers are corporates, and we see here in GITEX some amazing innovation that we brought with our partners. I think one of the great examples is the biggest energy private 5G network in the world that we've done with ADNOC. And this is something that we're really proud of. And there are lots of applications that we're building upon that. Also, we're showcasing a lot of things that we're doing to bring the future to the UAE and to our customers, be it self-driving cars, self-flying drones that are able to carry people across, and be it a lot of application when it comes to robotics, automation, and so on. So I think the biggest way to measure our success will be always to see how will the customers benefit, what does it bring to them. And of course, if we make the customers happy, they will also make us happy with the returns by buying more of our services.
Absolutely. And you have seen great ROI. We have seen from your numbers of this year. How do you decide when to build or buy or partner when pursuing new growth?
I think on this one, there is not a clear science. We need to see how long it takes to actually build. Some things you can build sometimes even better than what exists in the market, but it will take a very long time. And speed is very important when it comes to innovation. So having, the balance between what specifics in the technology you want to have, but how fast you want it, really dictates at the end whether we partner, we buy, or we build. And we have done all three forms of development over the years. So there are things that, like an example, E&Money is built in-house. It's an in-house team. Most of the development is done in-house, and the capabilities will keep enhancing it in-house. Some of the things like the 5G private network, we are the ones that are responsible for it and building it, but we use partners. I mean, we work with the likes of Nokia, we work with the likes of Qualcomm to build it, because we cannot develop every single piece of that big jigsaw puzzle. So we need to have the right level of partners. And of course, there are things that we do, like with the investment of EN Capital in Aerolo. So could we have built something like Aerolo? Absolutely, but it would have taken some years until we get to that size. So when we found that the major player in the travel eSIM category is looking for investors, we were then fast to invest in it. So all forms of build, partner, buy are viable.
And looking back, what would you say was the hardest leadership challenge in shifting culture from telco to techco?
I think there's always the tendency of big corporates to try to over-govern and centralize different things. And this is, I think, really one of the key things that we managed to do right, which is have the scale of a large company, but at the same time, we run all those businesses as if they are startups. So Ian Money, there's an Ian Money team that is running around competing with other fintechs around. You look at some of the companies we invested in, like Stars. Stars is still run like it was when it was an independent company that's a startup. So they have the scale and the benefit of being part of the family, but they still run to a great extent independent from the way we run the business. So this gives them the agility, the speed to change, the speed to pivot when they have to, while at the same time knowing that there is a big entity that is the parent company, that's Ian, that they can rely on and use the scale that's available. So I think that balance between being entrepreneurial, but at the same time being a large corporate and finding the balance in between is a key factor for success.
It is working because you're seeing exponential growth. Tell us, how do you balance the telecom heritage with the ambition to be a global AI player?
I think the most important thing is to have the right talent. So we needed to understand that not all the talent that's working in telecom will become part of the talent, for example, working in consumer platforms or in enterprise businesses or cybersecurity or AI. So we continuously seek the right talent that will work on these projects or these areas. So as we evolved as an AI player, we have been looking into people that have been active in AI, that are experts in AI, to make sure that we are getting the best. And of course, we do a lot of development for our people. So some of our people manage to get their knowledge and their capability to the point where they joined these teams. But some others, stayed in the core business and we had to get from the outside. So I think it's very important for any business, whether, you're into AI or you're flipping burgers, you need to get the best burger flippers there are or the best AI people. You have to, talent is everything. If you don't get the right talent, you can't get things done.
Absolutely. And share with us, if you would, the one stat that best captures Ian's momentum today. Is it possible to share just one stat?
The fastest growing brand in the world and the fastest network in the world. We like to be fast and furious.
And what lessons have you learned from the global tech giants while rooted here in the Middle East?
I think we have a great advantage in the Middle East that this region has become attractive to talent from all around the world. The big tech giants are built on two things: on great talent and on acquisitions. And you look into, companies like Alphabet. It wasn't one company. They started with a search engine. They acquired YouTube. They acquired lots of businesses to become the company they are today. Meta started with Facebook. They acquired Instagram. They acquired WhatsApp. So acquisitions are very important, and we are learning from that. We are getting great talent, but we're also making acquisitions that accelerate the growth of our business.
A lot of exciting acquisitions already completed and more in the pipeline. I won't ask you for details on those now, but tell us how you really align your global expansion priorities across such diverse markets.
Look, I think we think as a global company, and therefore the whole world is of interest to us. We look at businesses that will complement our services. When we look at, and I think example of that, for example, is Glasshouse in Turkey, which is a cloud company that we acquired there. They have capabilities that we can roll out in other markets. So we look for companies that either had a footprint and a customer base, like the PPF acquisition in Eastern Europe. So that gives us access to 4 new markets in Eastern Europe where we can do a lot of things with the platform we have. Or another example, like I said, Glasshouse, which is buying a company that has capability that I can then take to my other markets. So you have 2 types of acquisitions.
And we need to discuss sustainability. Just to touch on it, tell us about the role sustainability and ESG are playing really in your group level strategy.
I think we are very firm on our commitments. We have committed to net zero in the UAE scope 1 and scope 2 by 2030. Unlike many other companies that change their commitments for now, we are very firm on it and looking also into net zero for the entire group on scope 1 and 2 by 2040. We have already reduced in the last 3 years our power consumption by 45%, and we are looking into more. And I think especially in sustainability as a company, it's not only what we do in the company, but what we enable other people to do. And I think through our Internet of Things, IoT, and the capabilities of sensors that can be in many industries to provide measurements and optimization together with the power of AI, I think will enable a lot of other industries as well to reduce their emissions. In terms of ESG overall, we continue to be a very diverse, both culture and gender. We still encourage a lot of gender diversity. In fact, almost 2/3 of the intake of our graduate trainee programs are females, very capable ones, and they are going to grow within the business. Also, we encourage that at management level in promotions. So we stay very, very committed to this.
And if you had one bold bet for 2030, where will EAND stand globally?
I think where we are today, if we continue the growth that we have, which I'm pretty sure that we will be, in the leading companies in the world, not only in telecom as we are today, but overall we will feature prominently in the global technology leaders of the world.
We're sure you will. Thank you so much for being here. Congrats, and wish you continued success.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.